How you doing? My name is Sharif Blackwell.
Sharif, nice to meet you, brother.
Pleasure. So we're trying to interview men about prostate cancer, about why it's important for men to be tested for prostate cancer.
Okay.
Can you share some light on that for me, please?
Well, it's important to get tested because, you know, if you go to the doctor every year for your yearly checkup, it's good to know your numbers. Knowing your PSA, that's a very important number to know, especially how they judge you from your previous PSA, from your last PSA numbers. So if your numbers can elevate or your numbers could go down. So if your numbers elevate, so you have to really pay attention, the numbers, your diet, you know, and your lifestyle.
So what's PSA?
PSA is when they take blood samples.
Okay.
They take blood samples and they take it to the lab and find out to see, you know, if you have cancer in your body.
Okay. So what's the difference between the rectum way and the blood work?
Well, the rectum way is a doctor put on a glove, lubricate the glove, and testing to see if you have a swollen prostate.
Okay.
So a swollen prostate also is a sign that there's something going on in your prostate.
Okay.
So it doesn't necessarily mean you have cancer because it's swollen. Sometimes a man can have an enlarged prostate.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So what can you teach us, young fellas, about prostate?
First of all, prostate is a muscle. And it's a muscle that helps you control your urine, help you control your sperm, because how can I explain this? Without your prostate, after you had the surgery and all,
Yes, sir.
you had no control of your urine. So that prostate muscle, you know, you can hold it when you got to go to the bathroom.
Yes, sir.
The prostate muscle helps control that. So with the prostate gone after you have your surgery, you know, you can't hold your urine like you did when you had one.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So same as your sperm. Like, you know, when a man ejaculate, the prostate has something to do with that. So when the prostate gone, you know, that ejaculation, that sperm don't come out. So I think when brothers get that knowledge and get the understanding about that, I think it puts some fear in a lot of brothers. But if you got cancer, you know, it's decisions and choices that you got to make.
Did you ever be tested for prostate?
Yes, I have.
And what was your outcome?
Well, I've been tested, like I say, every time I go to the doctor to get a physical, I get tested. So each time I was going, my numbers was going up. So when the numbers went up on the last time, I had to get a what they call a biopsy.
Okay.
A biopsy is when you go, the urologist would take samples of your prostate.
Okay.
So they put a probe with a camera, and you could watch the whole procedure laying on the table, like in a fetus position, and as they be snipping 12 samples off your prostate. So that will determine exactly where the cancer is at in your prostate.
How did that make you feel?
Number one, you feel violated, but you have to have the mindset, you know, this is for your health. You know what I mean? I mean, especially when he told me I had cancer. So hearing that C word, I had fear.
Okay.
I had fear. But the reality is, what can be done to get rid of the cancer. So throughout, they go up your rectum with the probe and take the samples and they use the glove. But at the end of the day, if it's going to save your life, you got to put all the other stuff, you got to put it aside.
So why don't you think that our elders don't sit down with us and discuss those things? Like my dad, I don't know. My dad, he don't talk to me about anything. And the importance that we miss is that us young fellas don't know anything about this. So when the doctors ask us, we like, nah, we don't know nothing about it. So trying to educate not only myself, but younger fellas, younger than me.
Mm.
Why isn't that the older ones really push that to us? Instead of talking to us about sports and girls, why can't we have a big discussion about this?
Well, I'm considering myself now an older man. I mean, I'll be 68 years old. So talking to younger guys now, younger than me, I don't have no problem doing that. But the generation that came before me, the older guys didn't talk about it. I think a lot of them had it, prostate cancer. They died from prostate cancer. They probably didn't know what it was. Because they said, the medical report that black men, we real high in the numbers, number one in prostate cancer. Mm-hmm. So they say. But at the same time, older guys didn't talk about it. I think too on the flip side of that is a man pride. Sometimes they pride get in the way, telling you that they had to go to the doctor and then the doctor had to give them that examination. So
So if you can talk to me as a young man, what would you tell me to tell my children?
Get tested. Know all your numbers. Blood pressure, your A1C for diabetes, get the PSA for your prostate, and for us as black men also get your colon. Get your colon checked out, where you get colonoscopies, which is very important. They tell you wait till you 50 years old, but you shouldn't wait till you're 50. I mean, my belief, because I had two friends that died from colon cancer. Mm. That they say that's one of the most preventable cancers that could be cured. If you go to the doctor, they find polyps, whatever, on your colon, you could get surgery, get that taken care of.
So did you share with your kids when you found out that you got it?
Yeah, I have a son and a daughter. They was a little afraid and upset, but at the same time, my urologist assured me that getting this surgery, it would add 20 years to my life if I had got the surgery.
Okay.
So, there's few options and more studies of how they treat prostate cancer now. But at the time, it's been 12 years I've been cancer free.
Okay.
And, they had the seed implant, the radiation seeds, or you could get the prostate taken out, which I chose to get mine taken out.
Okay. I know some people still have it in them. Some people say they don't want that radiation.
Right.
Because it can come back. Is that true?
Yeah, it is true. My oldest brother, when he had got the seed implants, that procedure was fairly new. Okay. So when I talked to my urologist about the options of the seeds and getting it taken out, so he said it wasn't a history So the seed implant was here. So they don't have no history what the long outcome will be 5-10 years from now with the seed implants. So my oldest brother, he's 84, and he had complications for the last 20 some years from the seed implants.
Okay.
And his PSA numbers is still high.
Okay.
So once they insert them seeds, they can't take them out. So it's pretty much a done deal when they insert the seeds. So I advise anybody, whatever procedure you decide to get done, do your homework and just do what's best for you. But make sure whatever procedures that they have out here now, that they got a history of it, of how you can survive from it, whatever procedure that you take.
Okay. Mr. McCoy, I really appreciate everything.
Yeah, I appreciate
taking this time to really educate us, and we're going to push this. So I think that all men should be aware about this, and we need to bring this to life like everything else is brought to life.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you so much.
You're welcome. Can I just say one thing?
Yes, sir.
I think the main thing too, when they say, this thing, prostate cancer is like #1 for black men, but I think a lot of it has to do with our diet. Speaking to several urologists and those that just don't want to cut you, but talking to a urologist would just talk about my health, our diets, eating fried foods, eating beef, a lot of beef, red meats. All this stuff is part of the problem of causing black men to have prostate problems. Eating green vegetables, and one green vegetable particularly is good for black men that we need to eat all the time is kale.
Okay.
Yeah. But I know all this now.
Yes,
If
sir.
I had known this 20 years ago,
Right.
I guess we wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation, because I would have been eating my green vegetables even more.
Well, it's actually kind of good because now we are starting to get educated on this.
Right,
So as we get educated,
right,
we're trying to teach the 40-year-olds,
right,
the 35-year-olds that's coming up.
right.
So we trying to make this into a good play.
Okay,
So not only is prostate cancer an awareness, we got to play that we're going to play with this.
okay,
And so that it can be humor, it
Right.
can be love, it can be an affection, a prayer, and letting the men know that we love y'all.
right.
We love y'all, and we want y'all here, my
Absolutely.
brother. So I need you to help me, help you.
Right,
So if you can help me, let me help them.
okay,
So this is why God had laid this on my heart to do this, because as I'm talking to you, you educate me,
okay.
and I'm really
Well, that's good, bro. Iron sharpens iron, brother.
Yes, sir.
So that's what we need to do. I mean, it's like blessings is not for us to keep for ourselves,
yes, sir,
but when we bless, going to bless somebody else.
yes, sir,
So I'm glad I'm part of this
yes, sir,
to bless you and hopefully to bless somebody else.
yes, sir.